So the 80-20 rule, it's a true false question, and students answered incorrectly, probably because of the way the wording is there. The 80-20 rule is a time-honored design principle used whenever any and all operating systems are created. Now, we shared with you that some operating systems were interested in being extensible, meaning they wanted to be all things to all people. That would be the Microsoft model. And other operating systems would choose to be easy to use. So they would certainly engage the 80-20 rule. But the Linux operating system is about efficiency and putting 20% of the features, 20% of the features are used 80% of the time. And what you find with Linux is that they're very specialized, very uniquely designed firmware or operating systems. So essentially the 80-20 rule doesn't apply to things like the Internet of Things, where you have intelligent appliances. When intelligent appliances are connecting to the internet, it all depends on what the firmware does for that device and whether or not the users have to get into it. It's clear that the next time we retake the assessment for this module that I may need to change up the wording a bit so it's a little different, a little more clear. It is a time-honored design principle, not just for operating systems, but for every process, every purpose, right? It's just a kind of a human experience. We tend to organize the things that we use most often closely to us. But in particular, when you have efficient operating systems that are special purpose, that doesn't apply. And my apologies if that was not abundantly clear. I'll take a look at the study guide too to see what it says in the study guide. Maybe the wording in the study guide, we should revise it to add an exception, right? You want to be a little careful when you see any question that's worded about any and all. The word all is very inclusive. So it means everything, everybody, all the time, right? So that's just one way to kind of parse out the question. Does anyone have any additional questions or observations about this? Okay. Moving right along, multiple choice question proved a challenge for many students. The question reads, you are to set up the hardware components for a workgroup server using current recommendations for such a system. You were told this will be a physical system rather than a virtual system. So what amount of RAM and hard disk space do you recommend? Well, if you look at the study guide, it lists hardware recommendations for a workgroup server explicitly, and this is what's listed there. Now I'm just going to double check this to see if the answer is incorrect, because it's odd that so many people would miss that. So hang on.
I remember seeing it in the study guide. Yeah, how you sent out, but for the work group, I remember, isn't 16 supposed to be fine for work group?
Oh,
And then I think 8 was for
yeah, that's correct. That's a mistake. So this is another benefit of doing the item analysis, is that sometimes we can catch mistakes. And while I'm at it, let me search the 80-20 rule, right? Let's just take a quick look at that and see if there's something that's explicitly stated. It says, when designing a system or product, this same concept is the basis for caching and prefetching optimizations, where select code or data is kept, which features and functions are emphasized depends on which features and functions are emphasized depends on which market is pursued. Here are some important historical manifestations of the 80-20 rule. Yeah, I think I may revise the study guide just to be a little bit more explicit about this concept so that there's better clarity here. I will likely consider deleting that item, but I have to refactor the points for each of the. What I'll probably do is take one of the extra credit items and treat it as a regular question. Okay. So, but yeah, I'll go ahead and rewrite this, and we'll put out a new version, revision 1A or 1B. Okay. Let's move back to here. So what do we do to fix this? I'm going to go ahead and change the answer for this item so that this is the correct answer. And I'm going to do that right now. Okay. So I'll search for workgroup server. And then we'll refactor our answers. Yeah. So there it is. I'll edit this. And this is the answer. So that'll update the scores. And then this 80-20 rule, well, that's an extra credit item. So that's not going to count against people if it's answered incorrectly. But here you see it says some OS are specialized as firmware to be efficient for a given purpose that do not include the convenience of users. So I'll tweak that section so that there's a little better clarity about this 80-20 and how it applies. Okay. And yeah, I don't want you to have to reconcile it though until I make that correction. So I'll go ahead and delete that. And nobody's score would be affected. So let's reprocess the change. Let me go back here and see if I can generate the item analysis again. Yeah, I think because I already ran it, we won't be able to do it again. But we'll go ahead and now it doesn't seem to give me the item analysis. What's going on here? All right, everybody stand by. Let me stop sharing here and stop recording because